welcome to the next episode of the Insufferable podcast. It's Chan, and I got my first guest ever, DJ Cole B, my brother. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people out here?
What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Cole B. I'm one of Chan's friends.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
basketball. I'm a
Yeah,
Knicks
yeah, yeah.
faithful. Hopefully Damian Lillard doesn't go to the Heat because then I have to be a two team guy. But we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that. You kind of, I had to text you because I was like, what? Miami.
Listen, Damian is my favorite player. Okay.
Okay.
And Jimmy Butler, although he beat us, I respect it.
I have to respect it.
Together, I can't say that I hate that pairing, and I can't say that I won't be happy if they win. Now, if the Knicks win first, I'm even happy.
Listen,
You know me?
listen. We gonna talk about this Miami Denver matchup for sure because the finals game one is today. So
Can't wait.
I ain't picking Miami. That's a given. But the road to this finals. You got two teams that nobody really expected. People who say they expected Denver really picked Denver just because they were tired of picking the Warriors, I think, or they were tired of picking the Lakers. They said, "What? Against Denver?" But really, the Joker is wilding. But not only the Joker is wilding, a lot of fans have been wilding. So, like, my question to you, and one thing I want to talk about is, do fans even have fun anymore? Because a lot of fans, especially Knicks fans, seem to be miserable, and I get it, but like, this is a sport. This is a game. Can we have fun from time to time?
Well, listen. Number one, Knicks fans are having the most fun in the stadium, I think, right now. When our team is winning, ain't no stadium in the league, in NBA, NFL, ain't nobody fucking with the energy that happens at MSG winning. So that's number one.
That's number
one.
one.
If any has a right to be, it is in New York at state. I'm gonna tell you why. We're paying the most. Okay, we're paying the most. We're finally getting a good product. But if I'm a fan, if I'm a Knicks fan, if I'm any fan, now this goes to NBA. If I'm any fan and I'm seeing people not playing, my favorite players not playing, I'm paying the premium.
Okay.
I'm paying max prices no one's ever paid before in NBA history. I'm paying these crazy prices to see NBA games. The people that I want aren't playing. Plus, the refs are doing what they're doing. Now, I can see why people are angry, but at the end of the day, like you said, it's the NBA games, playoffs, here to have fun. Everyone should still be having fun. But I do get the angry people because I tend to be angry sometimes. I can understand why people be angry at the games. But like you said, bro, we gotta enjoy. We gotta enjoy what we watching because we are watching high level basketball.
Wow. You was cooking, bro.
Man, listen, man, you gotta come prepared when you come on these podcasts. I'm not about to get cooked. Not that we're here to cook each other. Damn. I am prepared.
You was
ready to work.
cooking.
Once again, angry NBA fans, I understand your pain, but let's have some fun.
Right. And I get what you're saying because it is expensive to go to games, especially like in New York. The tickets are crazy. And even if you're in the other markets, you want to see players play and people don't always show up and this, that, and the third. And you're invested and you support this team. And listen, these teams are successful because people spend their money. So you are right. If you're a fan and you want to be mad, you got the right to be mad. And Tom Thibodeau said, I don't really quote Tom Thibodeau all the time, but winning is way more fun than fun is fun. So when you win, it's fun. When you lose, it ain't fun. So
it ain't fun, especially when you're paying $300, $400 for barely good Knicks tickets.
Barely, yo. And a beer is like 18. And come on. All right, so
actually, you know what? Real quick, I have a little story.
Yeah, go in.
I went to game. I think it was game 6, or the year the Hawks. I forget. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting how many games that was.
It's all good.
The final game when Trae Young did the bow in the middle of the court. Oh. Now went with a young lady. Them tickets was $500 a pop. We were in the very last seat, in the very last row, in MSG. Top. $500 a pop. I just want to say that.
And may I ask, where is this young lady in your life right now?
We ain't gonna talk about that.
So this is why we are mad, because we will spend the bag and still see our team lose. When I've been there.
Wait, hold on.
I've been there.
I didn't pay for those tickets, but
okay, all right.
Money was still spent. A lot of money.
Money was still spent. All right. Okay. That money not gonna come back, but it'll come back. You know what I'm saying? So
eventually,
listen.
Hopefully, it came back.
We need to see our team win, because if we don't see our team or our teams win, then we gonna be tight. And we're
gonna be angry.
We're gonna be angry. So you got players going online all the time, and they always got something to say about the fans. Well, listen, we kind of just want to see you show up and
listen. That $2 billion, that $2 billion team evaluation is because you're playing good. You're playing all right.
Mm-hmm.
We're the ones footing the bill here, all right?
Yep. Okay. So we I think we align it when we say, yo, you gotta produce so we can enjoy the game. Because if you ain't producing, what's the point? So
we will be angry. Twitter will be lit up.
Listen, man. Sometimes I feel like fans gotta just stop spending the money, but I feel like it don't make a difference. People gonna show up. All you gotta do is win a couple times and give some hope, and then we back.
We're in New York. We're in New York City. We're Knicks fans. We know that better than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Give us one playoff when we're ready to mob the street.
It's a bad relationship. It's like that girl that you've been trying to get with, and you done moved on, and she just show you a little something, give you a little something, and now it's like
For some reason, she knows exactly what button to press to get you coming back. That's what the Knicks are.
Dangerous.
We hate it, but we love it at the same time.
That's a fact. So for the finals, because the Knicks ain't there, but the team that beat the Knicks, the Heat and the Denver Nuggets, two teams that I didn't think was gonna make it, but hey, shout out to the Joker. Who you got in the finals? Who's the MVP? And how many games?
All right, you put me on the spot because I wasn't expecting how many games. All right. So
hey, you a better man. You're
right. So listen, number one, Denver got it.
Okay.
Now, everyone has been voting against Miami since the start of this, okay? So if Miami does miraculously pull out a finals victory, I will not be totally surprised. But I'm a betting man. Put my house on it. I'm definitely betting Jokic. He's on another planet now.
He is.
So is Jimmy. But Jokic is on another planet. The reason why I give them that advantage is because they got to do most of the game. Playing in Denver is hell. You know, NFL players almost died playing in Denver.
Fact.
You feel me? It takes time to get used to it. I know they're going to have games up there. I know they flew up there really early. Still, you playing all them games there. You got no one to really contend with Jokic. I don't see a way that they lose 4 games.
Nah.
I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
That's a great perspective because I also got Denver winning. And I always look at the series like, it ain't always about who gonna win for, who gonna lose for. Is this team gonna lose for? I don't think Denver is gonna lose for. And Miami is tired. They don't got Tyler Hero. They don't got Oladipo. And I think even if they did, who on that team is stopping the Joker?
Like, no one. 2, respectfully, I have no rhyme or reason. I cannot stand Tyler Hero. I don't know why.
Oh.
I can't stand the man. I cannot stand him. Even if he was in the game, I don't think it would matter. Now, I know that's biased. I know that I'm a little lying. I know that's not really truthful. I know he's a good shooter. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
I can't stand Tyler Hero.
I agree.
But I hear you trying to come back to game 2, game 3.
Tyler Hero don't deserve no love from anybody but Jack Harlow and Miami Heat fans.
Jack Harlow showed no love. He wore a Celtics jacket.
Ain't that his boy? Like, what's going on?
He didn't believe him. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, number 3. I said Tyler Hero. Man. But number 3, I also feel like Denver is deeper.
Yeah,
it's a deeper team. Like you got to contend with Michael Porter Jr. You got to contend with his size. You got to contend with Jamal Murray. Hopefully, he's still as hot as he's been. If he's as high as he's been with Michael Porter Jr., it's very hard to stop. Also, then you've got Caldwell Pope. He has a championship pedigree. Shoot the lights out. You give him a chance. It's a wrap. Then you got the old vet Jeff Green. What do you? I mean, it's just like you got. Then you have Aaron Gordon. I didn't even say Aaron Gordon, who's probably going to be playing defense on Jimmy Butler. That's size. I think he's what 6'9", 6'8", 6'9",
Yeah,
something like that.
he got size on him and strength.
They're not putting a guard on him. They're going to put Aaron Gordon on him. So what I'm saying is, if you asking me, like the Heat has done a great run, and they've been, people say, oh, they're undrafted players. A lot of those players play for really good college teams. They're really good players. They found a really good situation. I don't want to keep saying, oh, they're undrafted players. No, they're really good players in the NBA. They beat really great players in this playoffs. Let them rock. But anyway,
Cinderella is over, man. It's like, come on, who did? I feel like who did Miami see that's on the level of Denver, whereas Denver is locked in. Like Denver made the playoffs with the purpose of we not losing, we gonna win this championship. And I feel like the Celtics, they got two great and two top players, but individually, that's what they got. As a team, they're not locked in to get this championship. The Knicks are not there yet. That's the team they're building. They're not there yet. Milwaukee injured. They had injuries. So Denver smoked everybody that they played against. Like they beat KD and Devin Booker. Like just like even like erase Devin Booker. KD.
I mean, okay. Respectfully, next year, I don't think anyone in the West is beating Phoenix.
I thought Phoenix was gonna win this year. I thought they had it.
They would have if they had more than 10 games together. Like you saw them eating off the little bit of time they had on court with the little bit of chemistry they had together. They had a hobble Chris Paul, right? Like the DeAndre Ayton disappeared. You give them time and get rid of DeAndre Ayton, respectfully, I like DeAndre Ayton. I don't think he connects with that team. Now they got rid of Monty Williams. Maybe that's why. Maybe they want to make that work.
I wouldn't choose Ayton over Monty Williams, but I'm sure KD had to be okay with him getting clipped. So, yup.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like next year, Phoenix is going to be that team where it's like, yes, Nuggets got Jokic. Yes, they got, the depth. But you can't fuck with Devin Booker and KD. Then you got Chris Paul lurking. Then you got Ayton who could get who hopefully you just have him getting 15 and 10.
Now, I don't want to digress, but earlier you mentioned Dame Lillard to Earlier you mentioned Dame Lillard to Miami. That means he's getting traded. Another player who I think needs to be traded this upcoming summer is DeAndre Ayton. I wholeheartedly believe he needs to be off that team, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
We can get to that whenever, because I got mad trade scenarios from mad different players. DeAndre Ayton needs a new start.
He need to do something because KD trying to win this ring. Booker got the mamba snake in his eye. Like he go to sleep wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey every night. And DeAndre Ayton is just like, I guess I can shoot. I guess. Like, dude.
If that's what you want me to do, I'll try.
Yeah. Facts. So who's the MVP? Is it Joker? Is it a surprise person for the finals?
Okay, so I'm going to give you two, right? Now, if Miami continues to play how they're playing, and the people who I think who have been stepping up and who continue to step up, of course Jimmy's going to be number one.
Okay.
Of course I think he'll be. But surprise for Miami is Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin.
Watch out for that. I don't think Bam can do, and Bam's going to be so getting his ass beat by Jokic that he's not going to be able to continue. So
Jokic is going to destroy him.
I mean, the only way I think that works is if you take Cody Zeller, you have him in there. Now I'm not saying he's a Jokic stopper. He's absolutely not.
No.
But if you have him guard him and allow Bam to be like the free safety, like the Lakers did after the second game or the first game in their series. So you could have them, tr- trying to get blocks instead of having to spend all the energy on Jokic. Maybe that could work. Maybe that could do a little something. But like I said, nothing's gonna work for Jokic. But
Right.
I think that Caleb Martin could be a good, surprise. Now Denver is gonna be Jokic. If it's not Jokic, it's Jamal Murray.
It's like it's almost with Denver. It's like what you see is what you're gonna get, and you can't. And it's like you could try to stop us, but listen, we just beat LeBron and AD like they were children, like they were babies, even though LeBron was hurt. So I think the clear MVP for sure is the Joker, but Caleb Martin is a good pick for somebody who's going to surprise a lot of people. He's balling. He's getting a lot of press. He cool with J. Cole. He J. Cole boy. So it's like
he's balling.
So he's doing what he got to do to make a name for himself. I think another person.
Shot. I think a little ball. I think he can play off of Jimmy.
Yeah, he can. He can. And I think that's because Tyler Hero's not there. He got a real opportunity to show what he's worth. And I think, we're not gonna talk about it right now. This episode, I definitely want to talk about salary cap with all the trades and stuff. But that's gonna take a couple minutes to unpack with what the salary cap is supposed to be for the NBA. You need guys like that who are not gonna cost you a lot, but they could step up. But you want to make sure that there's buy-in to keeping them at that type of salary, especially if their contracts are short. So I think a person who could step up for Denver is Bruce Brown. Like, ooh. I think he is gonna cook because the Heat give up a lot of 3-point shots because they play zone a lot. They want you to shoot. So
I don't think they can play that way. For this team, they can't play that way.
They can't.
Now, if they do, they're going to get their ass beat like I expect them to get. But if they give up threes, Nuggets, who on that team can't shoot a three?
Who on that team can shoot a three?
1 foot.
You can't. So what is Miami gonna do? And I'm looking at the points on a FanDuel right now, and I'm not picking nothing because I've been losing, but they got Joker 28.5, Jamal Murray 25.5. They got a whole lot of Nuggets just in double figures. They got Bruce Brown 11.5. They got Caldwell Pope 10.5, Gordon 13.5, Michael Porter Jr. 15.5. Is Vegas saying that Denver is about to just wall out and just score like 115 a game? They're gonna do what they want.
It's about to be a track meet.
Yo, what
9 days off, bro? They got 9 days off versus someone who just won a 7-game series.
They resting. Like Jimmy Butler 26.5. They've been loving Jimmy Butler on the betting lines, but I'm not touching Jimmy for anything because you never know. Bam is only 17.5. I've seen Bam score like 12 points in the playoffs. And everybody else is just except for Caleb Martin, 15.5. So maybe Caleb Martin is the key here to actually like giving the Miami Heat a chance.
I think Caleb Martin is one of the most versatile they have because everybody else is almost a spot up shooter. Like Gabe Vincent gets to the hole, yes, but you want him shooting. Max Strus, you want him shooting. Caleb Martin, we just saw him get it every kind of way.
Anyway,
that's the person that can get it. That can get it from 3-point line, mid range, and get to the basket. Well, maybe not mid range. No one's a real good mid ranger anymore, but definitely get to the basket. But definitely can handle the ball. So it's like he's the only one I see who could keep up what he's been doing.
Yeah.
But I don't think tonight is that night. I think they're too tired. I think they didn't
even go home. They went straight to Denver. Like, good strategic move, but I don't know. Mentally, is it the best move? I guess. I'm not the coach. I do trust Spoelstra. He's gotten to many finals. He's been around greatness. So I think he knows what to do. But there's the Joker. We about to see tonight. I know the game starts at 8:30. So definitely going to tune in. But outside of the boys being outside and outside of the finals, for the playoffs, I have one or two players in mind, and I know you mentioned Caleb Martin, but outside of the Heat and the Nuggets, who do you see as some breakout players from this year's playoffs? Because we're down to our last two teams, and we know the superstars and we know the stars to put on the marquee and who to look out for. But are there any other players that have stepped up in this year's playoffs that's like, okay, now we need to pay attention to them next season? I got somebody.
That's actually a great question.
I got somebody.
Well, okay, so if I'm looking on the West, I'm looking at Sacramento. Now, I know you said one player.
No, you can give more than one. You can give more than one.
Okay, so I'm definitely looking at the whole team, but definitely, why am I forgetting his name?
Fox?
Monk.
Oh, Malik Monk. Malik Monk,
right?
yes.
Like I said, we already know Fox. We already know Fox, right? We know Sabonis.
True.
Now, I know Monk has been in the league for some years now, but I really feel like he found chemistry there. He found a team where he could grow, and he found a team that's going to let him cook. That's what every player needs. You need a team that's going to let you cook.
Yeah.
So Malik Monk is someone that I want to see next year. I'm not expecting him to average 28 points a game, right? But, a solid 15, solid 17 points a game, I could definitely see him doing that, making that team stay at maybe not number 2 seed this year.
They were up there,
maybe 3-4 seed.
And I think they were number one in the West for some time too. They definitely had the number one offense of all time, but they didn't give a damn about defense. But shit, like Malik Monk showed, he don't only got ball playing skills. He do got heart. He's definitely somebody who put the team on his back when it comes to like that fight. Put it in that fight. That's a good one. I got a person, and it's quite obvious. Jalen Brunson needs to get the love and respect continuously. Not just for being the point guard of the future for the Knicks, but it was all about Randall and his bum ankle and all this stuff. And Randall didn't show up. And the one person who showed up, no matter what if they had an injury, no matter what if they had a bad first half, give me the ball and I'm putting the team on my back. Jalen Brunson is gonna be the man moving forward that other teams are gonna scout around.
Could we just stay here for a second?
Yeah. Because this
is Jalen Brunson. Period. Okay. Julius Randle, respect. You had an all NBA season. I respect that. Your attitude sucks. And fuck up the team. No one cares if you. I mean, we all care if you don't score, right?
Yeah.
You need to score more.
Yeah.
But when you're not scoring, you need to be blocking shots. You need to be rebounding. You need to be a part of the team. Jalen Brunson is that nigga because hella high water. It don't matter what the fuck going on. His ankle could be on the side of the road. He gonna jump. He gonna hop in that motherfucking arena. He's gonna put his jersey on and drop 22, 8, and 4 boards. Okay?
6'1", still grabbing boards. He's still gonna do what it takes.
He does what needs to be done. He is a heartbeat team. He's a leader of the team. That is his team. And the only difference between him not being where Jimmy is right now is his team behind him wasn't running as hard as Jalen was.
Yeah.
If Jalen's team was running as hard as he was, that would have been a 7-game series, and the Knicks would have won.
Hey, not because it's the Knicks fans talking, but it's because that's a fact.
Facts.
Listen.
I'm watching Jimmy Butler do exactly what Jalen Brunson would have been doing.
And Jimmy Butler played way differently against the Knicks. And there's some things that could have been done differently, and that's the past. But we got to give Brunson his props. And I think what's going to elevate Brunson and players like that, because there are other players who really had a showing out in the playoffs, but none like Brunson. Because Brunson...
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart, but Brunson is really a player that let the league and the basketball fans know that I'm the man.
2 years in a row, by the way.
Because
he did in the West. He did in the West last year too.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say, oh, Luka, they always gonna prop up Luka, but Jalen Brunson let the world know he's the man and proved it game after game. And
I feel like he did it twice.
Yeah.
I feel like he did it twice. He did it with his game, and he did it with his absence without being in Dallas.
Yeah.
Because respectfully, like you said, everyone belittled him, but without him, they didn't even make the playoffs.
Like, there's other players too. Austin Reeves really stepped up, but ain't on that. He ain't the Jalen Brunson level. Oof, it ain't that.
I mean, Austin Reeves just earned a $100 million contract.
He gonna get that bag.
This playoff. He gonna get that bag.
He gonna get that bag. But yeah, I think Jalen Brunson got the cake for the number one breakout in the playoffs. Not just because it's New York talking, but hey. If y'all feel differently out there, just let me know. Y'all always got something to say. I feel like it's on a different little spectrum. It's like Caleb Martin, is a breakout, but he wasn't thought to be able to prove what he's doing, right? Yeah.
Caleb Brunson showed all year that he's the man. Now he's a star. You feel me? Like next year you can't snub him off no All-Star list.
Nah.
Like this year
for Halliburton, nah. No diss to Halliburton, but it should have been Jalen Brunson.
Definitely. And I love Halliburton.
Right. He's a good player, but putting the whole team in New York on your back, Jalen Brunson could walk in any restaurant and not have to pay for a meal. He is good in every hood.
He can ask me for a mad song request. No anger. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I got you. Just keep doing me. Whatever you want, bro.
What's the most random song request you could remember getting? Like it didn't fit the venue, didn't fit the music you was playing. Like what's something random you got? And you just had to look, or it was just like, why?
Really? You see what I'm playing right now? You know what, Jalen? Got you.
What was it? Give me one.
Oh, random song. Okay. It's okay. So I'll be in like trap set. So I'll play No Hands. Play Bad Bunny. Like No Hands is the opposite of any Bad Bunny song.
It is the opposite. They're both vibes, but like you see where I'm going here. Like
play Bad Bunny. Like it's always not playing Bad Bunny. Like it's always the most furthest thing ever. But I love playing Bad Bunny.
I beg your pardon.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So we talked about breakout, and what are your thoughts on the Eastern Conference? Because the Miami Heat, they almost didn't make the playoffs. They had to do the play-in, and they lost the first game, if I remember correctly. So it's kind of like the Sixers are not there. The Celtics are not there again. The Bucks out of it in the first round. So it's almost as if like the East is wide open. What are your thoughts on the Eastern Conference? I feel like it's a little unstable, which is good. I feel like that's good for basketball.
I mean, number one, yes, instability. I apologize.
Yeah,
is very good for them. We don't like yes, we like seeing Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors win championships. Yes, we love seeing LeBron James in the playoffs. In the finals every year. Sorry, so straight.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we love seeing that, but nothing's better than seeing Jimmy Butler bust everyone's ass. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing's better than seeing Jokic send LeBron home. You know what I mean? Like, we always want to see that under the weed. There's nothing better than seeing Sacramento push Golden State 7 games. So we love to see the new person come up, especially this is American culture. We love to see the new man come up. We love to see the new person, defeat whoever's at the top. So I like seeing unstable basketball, if you want
Yeah.
to call it that, right?
It's open.
But it is wide open. But I think it's both conferences, right?
Okay.
Now, I think next season it'll be a little bit more stable because, like we talked about, Phoenix will be right there as a super team. Um, I'm trying to think about other teams that are like that. There's no other real team.
Clippers, if they could ever get healthy.
I don't believe the Lakers will ever be healthy again. So
Okay.
that's not,
You got Mr. Glass AD over there, so
yeah, exactly. Glass AD. I don't know if James Harden's gonna stay in Sixers. I heard he wants to go back to Houston for some.
strip
I
clubs.
don't even get that. But
No state taxes, strip clubs.
that is the only reason why I'd go. Trying to think, Miami is cool, but do we think they're gonna do this again next season, like with the same players? Can they? Yes. You think so? No. I'm a Knicks fan. How are we gonna improve? So, I think that it should stay like this. I love the parity. I love seeing any team being able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I like it this way. I don't want to see everybody on the same team again.
I don't.
It's spread out and everyone 1 star, 2 stars max, busting ass.
I think that's what's gonna happen in a few years because of the new CBA, of all the things I'm reading and seeing, and that's gonna take a little deep dive. But I think as a blanket, the new CBA pretty much says you can only have 2 superstars on your team. And
if you don't want to pay a crazy tax.
And with that superstar play on the court means you're going to get some accolades. And with those accolades, you get more money. So that's why the Celtics are in a situation where if they pay Jaylen Brown, well, they're 100% going to give Tatum the max money. But
yeah, definitely.
If they give Brown the max money, he going to take it. Let's say they both are there. No one should turn down money. I'm never against players getting their bag, getting their money. Never.
Melo did it for years.
And they're going to take up, I think, something I read today, like 60% of their salary cap in like 3 years. Where's the rest of the money to build out a team? So I think what we see now is a preview for what's to come in the future, where it's like, yeah, we got a lot of good players, but he gonna eat up all the money, and we need to build out an actual team. So that means we need to draft, so we can have players under that rookie contract, which is why draft picks are gonna be way more valuable. So
OKC and Utah about to eat.
They about to eat. So you're gonna see a lot of trading. I know we're gonna talk about some players who we want to see get traded, but before we get into that, while we just on the finals. Something that we kind of spoke about before, I wanted to save. The Joker, Nikola Jokic, and Jimmy Butler, if you swap them and you put Joker on the Heat and Butler on the Nuggets, are those teams still in the same spot?
No.
Wow.
Denver's not there.
Denver's not there? Nah, they are definitely not there. I can't even lie. They ain't there.
Denver's not there. Because AD's like, I'm not even an AD fan. AD's cooking whoever you put on him.
Yeah.
Right? Who did they play before that? They played the Lakers.
They played the Lakers. They played Phoenix. Not even a chance.
That right? Come on.
Not even a chance.
Not even a chance. Respectfully, there's no chance.
What about the Heat, though?
Now, Miami. Also, I don't know. Because Jimmy Butler has a way. Okay, Jimmy Butler is an underdog.
Yeah.
Always been an underdog, right? He has a team full of underdogs. Coach who was underdog.
Mm-hmm.
He knows exactly. They know exactly how to get each other going, right? Jokic, yes, he was drafted in the second round, but brother's making $200 and something million. Dolly. Two MVPs. Is he really the dog that Jimmy Butler is? I can get them to do the same thing. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think we need more of a team around Jokic, Because even with the good team we had in Denver, it took them what 3 years to get here. You know, 2 MVPs didn't do nothing. Finally did it this year. Great, but with the I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it with the Miami team. They'll get playoffs for sure. They'll get further than Denver would, but nah.
I think Joker could, because from what I'm seeing with Joker, and yeah, he won 2 MVPs already, but I feel like playoff Joker, like we talk about playoff Jimmy, playoff Joker is
Nuts.
He's wilding. There's nothing he can't do. People say he couldn't play defense. He's playing pretty good defense. He's playing pretty good defense. You give him 0.09 seconds to shoot, he does a step back three. Like, what is going on? Like like
Those step back threes were stupid.
I really, yeah.
Crazy.
I just feel like ain't nobody on the Celtics that could stop him. Ain't no Horford could do nothing about that. The Knicks, I think it'll be hard to stop him for the Knicks. It's like regular season is different. And the Bucks, I think that's where you see the biggest challenge. But without the Greek Freak, it's food. And I really feel like, yeah, it's a Joker. I do think the Joker works hard, because if you look at his career, he was fat Joker, now he's skinny Joker. Like, he moves better. He always had passing. Then he constantly adds something to his game. And I feel like sometimes we don't really look at the European guys like they got that dog in them. Like, Jimmy Butler is on a different level as far as that dog, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody got that dog like Jimmy Butler. But I feel like the Joker, he has got that focus. Like, yo, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna beat me. I think the last person that I saw that looks like this was like Tim Duncan.
Bro, you know what's crazy you say that? Because I was going to say this Nuggets team is the 2020 versions of the fucking Spurs.
Yeah.
They're great. You just don't want to watch them.
Because they're great at basketball. They're not great at all the like chest pounding, they don't do the Steph Curry shit where he's like smiling and dancing in your face. They don't do the LeBron shit pound your chest. They just play basketball. And
it's like a layup. It's like watching a layup line. It's like, all right, yo, listen, we're gonna. It's like watching drills. All right, 2-2, boom, fade away, bang. Okay, pass it, boom. Okay, run back down. Don't say a word. Okay, play defense. Like, bro,
2 points, shoot the J. They eat, and they lost games in the regular season, and it's really and truly because they just didn't care. Like, we know where we're gonna be at in the playoffs, so see y'all there, and they proven it. So I do think it's the Joker, but it's also, I think Denver got some culture as far as like team culture to them as well, because I feel like team matters. It's not one player, which is why I keep getting into arguments with people about Julius Randle, who they want to talk about stats. And like, it's not about stats. It's about a team and having an attitude of bringing people together, and the people you play with want to play with you and for you, and they run through a wall. I feel like the players that play on Denver will run through a wall for each other. The same thing with Miami, which is why they're both in the finals. It's none of that like, it's none of that taking this lightly. They both taking it serious. I do think if the Joker is ever on another team, that's a good way to see how great he is. But I don't think he's ever gonna be on another team, because they're gonna win this year, and that's it. Like,
they already locked him up. But you know what's crazy? That now we could after we do this, we could move on for that topic. But I was gonna say that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I feel like the Miami Heat will run through a wall, yes, for Eric Spoelstra, but more for Jimmy. And I feel like the Nuggets will run through a wall for Jokic, but more so for Mike Malone.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like Mike Malone is the reason why that team is where they at. Like, yes, Jokic is Jokic. And the reason why Mike Malone coach how he coaches is because he has Jokic. But he's such a really good coach.
Yeah.
Like, his coaching is the catalyst to making people run through walls out. Rather than in Miami, where I feel like yes, Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the NBA, but I feel like Jimmy is like, yo, he's a starter that everyone can rally behind on Miami.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mike Malone definitely needs to get the credit that he deserves. He did a great job in Sacramento, and all they had was Cousins, and he seems to be like the only coach that could get through DeMarcus Cousins' head. So you got to be some type of genius to be able to get Cousins to focus, who's a great player, and we've seen him out of focus, and that's the man who knows exactly what to say and how to like get him in line. Come on now. Like Joker probably grew up around like explosions and war and all that shit. Like he's like Joker is gonna listen to somebody who knows how to talk to a man. So you made a great point with that. We gotta give
sidebar though.
Yeah,
DeMarcus Cousins was my favorite player. I feel
Boogie.
so bad for his business because my guy was the best. He was the best center in the league for a minute, and if he just stayed on, I'm sorry. Really,
I feel like he got a bad deal from the NBA. I'm gonna say that for sure. I think for sure. Any bets for the game? You put any bets down for this game today or for the series or not yet?
Okay. So I'm a betting man. I do got some bets on. I'm a little superstitious, so I'm not gonna say all my bets.
Okay, don't. Yeah.
I got some bets, I got some bets just for this. Okay, brought to you by my DJ partner.
Okay.
DJ D.
I don't got the drop. I don't got the drops, but
we ain't got the drop. We'll have the drop for next time. We got the drop for next time. We'll call these money picks. All right?
Okay, money picks. Money picks. Is that a new segment?
Money picks. All right, so we got. I like that. All right, so we got the Nuggets -8.5.
Okay.
-8.5 or -9, whichever one you got on your sports book.
Okay.
That's a lot. We're gonna call that a lot.
Okay.
We think that. Well, I think that the Nuggets are gonna win. Okay. I just think that tonight, Miami's tired. 7-game series. They're allowed to be tired. Denver air is different type of air. I know you got there early. Still different out there. I think this is the night that they're gonna lay. They're gonna lay an egg. So take that Nuggets -8.5 or -9 for sure.
Okay.
Or the straight up money line, but the money line is like negative. I mean, it's -355 right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a good bet. So
I'm putting that in right now. I'm trying to put a little $2 on something before the game starts.
I don't care if it's $3 back, man. Flip that to 2, get 5.
Yo, I know Joker's getting like 15 rebounds at least because Kevin Love can't jump anymore, and Bam is small. Bam gonna try to do some cheating tactics. I'm letting the world know not to trust Bam Adebayo. Watch his feet. He be trying to trip you and all of that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You're trying to win a championship.
Okay, I will give you one more insider. If you asking me, I'm taking Bam under points.
Yeah,
Bam under points. I do not trust that.
I do not
guard Jokic. I don't trust him scoring points anyway. Okay.
Nah.
So Bam under. I don't know what they got.
He don't really create his own shot most of the time anyway. So it's hard to take. It's hard to trust points from a player who doesn't create for themselves most of the time. He creates down low. Like he got moves, yes, but like a lot of his points, he ain't touching the ball.
Has he ever been an elite scorer though?
Nah, not really. He's there for defense and leadership. He fits Heat culture for sure. Because I always feel... Drop my pencil. Sorry. I always feel like with Bam... he's one of those Miami Heat players where it's like Haslam, for example. They're going to cook. They're going to cook on the Heat. But you put him on like the Hornets... You put him someplace else, and it's like,
Honestly, I think if his name was David and not Bam, we wouldn't talk about it.
That's for real.
Bias is real.
That's funny. I got a this or that. I'm gonna say because we're gonna run this back. Last topic before we close out. Of course, it's the finals, but we think it's going to be a short finals. So as soon as the season is done, I know you started talking about it. We started cooking there. Who are some players, not just Dame Lillard to Miami, like you said, but who are some players that 100% you want to see traded as soon as the offseason starts? Not who needs to be traded or who should be traded. Who do you, Colby, want to see traded? Gone.
All right. All right. I got a couple players, right? Number one, my number one favorite player in the league is Damian Lillard.
Okay.
My number one favorite player is Damian Lillard. Now, my dream, along with Damian Lillard's dream, is to see him win one in Portland. I do not think there's anyone on the horizon that was going to come to Portland. I don't think they have enough for a trade to get, say, Jaylen Brown. So, if that's the case, I want to see him traded. Now, I have a couple destinations that work. Stay with me.
I'm staying with you.
Miami makes sense. Now, I'm not. I said in the start of the show, if he goes to Miami, I'm about to be a two-team guy. Him and Jimmy Butler make too much sense. With Coach Spoelstra, championship. I see it happening. I'm not saying it's over the Knicks. No, I'm not saying they have to run through the Knicks. I'm just saying that's a hell of a pairing.
It is. It's scary.
If Dallas loses Kyrie, I don't see how they're not trying to get Dame. They have to do whatever the fuck it takes to keep what's his name? Luka.
Yeah.
They have to do whatever it takes to keep Luka. If Damian Lillard is available and they lose Kyrie Irving, I don't see how they try to get Dame.
Okay.
Now, there's a dark horse. Now, Dame has said he's not trying to be a part of a super team. That's not what he wants to do. But if Chris Paul gets moved, if DeAndre Ayton gets moved, and there is cap space available, I don't see how you don't get Dame. Now that's a far stretch.
That's a stretch, but I don't see why not.
NBA rules. I understand, but you already now the owner already wants to do his own thing.
Yeah,
he got rid of Monty Williams. He's a billionaire.
He got money.
He's trying to spend bread. As you see, Damian Lillard is 32. He's still in the prime. He got at least 3 great seasons left. Right? If I'm a billionaire owner, I'm trying to win championships.
I'm calling
right this second, and I need a point guard.
I'm calling. I'm calling. If I'm the owner of the Phoenix Suns, I'm calling the Blazers and saying, "Here's Ayton. Here's Chris Paul. We don't got no picks, but here goes some money because I got it. Like, we gonna figure this out. If we gotta get a third team or what? Because
what do you want? What do you want here?
And you got Chauncey Billups, who I think Chauncey would prefer to have still have an elite point guard, but also have a young team to coach them up. I feel like that's more his style of raising some players to play the way that he knows how to play instead of like adapting to superstars. That's a sneaky.
They're gonna draft Scoop.
Yeah,
which I think is a great pick. But with Damian Lillard there, it's like, bro, we don't got time. And like, I mean, look, I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
But I like Damian Lillard, so I pay attention to the Blazers. So I'm like, all right, you have no one. Nurkic can't stay healthy, right?
They got Simons. He's young though.
Yeah, every time is great, but it's like he's young. You got rid of who was better than him in CJ McCollum. So if that's the case, you need to get someone who's a star right now, like maybe a Pascal Siakam, right?
Yeah.
Or you let him go. Like, you know what? Look, we tried for however many years you've been here. It's hard to get people to come to point. No one wants to live.
As an owner, and you have your franchise cornerstone, and you have the third pick who could sometimes become a franchise cornerstone. Do you say we got Dame for another solid 3 years? Or do we got Scoop for like 10?
10.
Yo, I might say, Dame, we love you. We're gonna retire your jersey, but go play somewhere else.
Yes.
We getting scooped. We getting scooped. Like, why would they trade away the third pick to help Dame fight for a championship?
They would do it for Dame because Dame stayed. Look, Dame could have been asked for a trade.
Yeah.
Dame is like I said, I'm a big Dame Lillard fan, so I'm not gonna be up here and say, oh, Dame's loyal and blah blah blah. But like, Dame has been there from the jump, and he deserved to be able to win championship. If you can just look yourself in the eye and be like, yo, listen, we're not getting Pascal Siakam, which is not gonna push over the top anyway, right? We're not getting Pascal Siakam. We're not getting any no top stars is coming. Like, how many years do we think it'll take to build up? 2 years. It's going to be off his prime. Bro, take what you could get from him. You get elite level talent for Damian Lillard. Or at least some elite level people coming off the bench for you at least. You know what I mean? Like, you can get a lot for Dame. And like I said, a big Damian Lillard fan, I want to see him eat in Portland. But the more I talk to everyone I talk to about basketball, there's no one coming here.
I got a destination for you, for Dame. The Houston Rockets. Let's say the Houston Rockets reacquire James Harden. You pair him with Damian Lillard. They got mad cap space. They have a top pick. The Blazers can take their top pick, pair it with Scoot, build for the future, and Dame is now on a contender because they also got Jalen Green, they also got Porter, and they got Ime Udoka, who said, I'm not trying to rebuild. Who does that sound like? Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard also not trying to rebuild. I think Houston is going to be in play for players like Dame and other players who might be trying to get something going and make a run for a chip.
I don't hate the fit because I like Ime Udoka, but that team is full of young scorers. Yeah,
they gonna revamp. So I think they'll revamp.
Have to let people go.
They will. I think based off what
if you're here with KJP, right? Or no, all right, KPJ. I'm sorry. You gotta let go of Jalen Green too.
One or the other. I don't think it's far-fetched that they'll let one of them go. If you're going to get Dame,
one of them has to go.
One of them has to go, and I think they'll be fine with that because the coach is trying to make a jump into the playoffs. He said that. He's like, I'm not trying to stick around for not stick around, but I'm paraphrasing, but I'm not trying to have the whole rebuilding process. And I think he wants to
take that pick and go get Jalen Brown.
Yo, do something.
Now that will be something.
Imagine Jalen Brown and Dame sign and trade. Maybe the Celtics realize this and this is going to be too expensive and we need to put better pieces. You know what, Jalen Brown? We done seen you do a little bit too much of that hero shit, and we about to go get, I forgot what their pick is. We about to go get Miller or somebody and Kevin Porter Jr. Okay. Or Jalen Green. What? Yo, let me get Jalen Green and that draft pick. Okay. Yeah. Give me that.
Jalen Green draft pick.
Jalen Brown with his old coach. Okay, I think we might have said something. Who?
I like that.
Knows.
I like that. Now, Dame could find his way there too. I don't think Harden needs to come back.
Respectfully, yeah.
Harden stays. No.
They got strip clubs everywhere, man. Like, come on.
Now, Philly is a dark horse too. If Harden moves on to Houston, I can see Dame trying to go to Philly.
I think Dame has been hinting more and more that he's comfortable with being traded. I think he's responded to a tweet or something that said start a petition or something like that.
Yep.
He tired of it. And listen, LaMarcus Aldridge was loyal for a long time and he ended his career in Brooklyn. So after going to the Spurs,
Time to go.
and he still had somewhat of his prime on the Spurs. So, listen, the Blazers, they haven't been in rebuild mode for some time because they've had Dame, they had Aldridge, they had Roy, they had quite a few good players pass through their team.
They just had bad luck.
They just got bad luck. So Dame is a great one to keep eyes on. I'm not gonna mention Julius Randle right now because I wanna continue this in next time we go. I think we need to do a part 2 to this, but.
Bro, listen, you let me know whenever. You know I'm down.
DeAndre Ayton is on my list of you must go. Hell no, you must go. I think Ayton is out of there. And one of my other bros, Gus, is a Suns fan. So I would love to get him on and we could just talk trades because the way how Suns fans feel about Ayton, first of all, they could have had Luka, and they picked Ayton. They could have had Luka, and they picked Ayton. So Ayton first. I feel like Ayton really hasn't gone through any adversity to act the way he acts. So if he's really the catalyst to Monty Williams getting fired when he's been in a bubble,
he's not that good.
He's not that good, and he's been in a bubble. Like he immigrated to the Phoenix area to play basketball. He went to college at Arizona. He got drafted by Phoenix. He's been in that bubble his entire adult life and basketball career. He's comfortable, and now he's playing with real deal basketball players who are yelling at him on the floor, like to make adjustments, to pick up, to shoot, to do all these kind of things that shouldn't come natural. The one. So Ayton gotta go. Chris Paul might have to go. There's a couple of players. So I want to put a feather. I want to put a pause in that. We're gonna talk about these summer trades. Let's get through the finals. Let's get some finals talk going. I'm gonna cook up the Kobe episode part 2. I just named it that.
Let's do it.
I just named it.
Man, how many episodes we get?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be cooking up way more. I just felt like it was time to get the collaboration going, and it's more than just like watching like the Knicks. I want to talk sports. I want to talk baseball. I want to talk football when it comes around. Definitely basketball is my A1 number one. So you will be welcomed anytime. And when I get the situation in person situated, it's better to do it in person, but I'm glad we figured out a way to do this digitally.
Yo, listen, I appreciate you inviting me on here, man. Anytime you want me on here, talk sports, I need someone to talk sports with.
Yeah.
I love talking shit about sports. I love talking shit about players. Once again, I do not like Tyler Hero.
The stray.
Like that guy.
I gotta get a little stray sound effect. Yeah, for sure, man. I love talking just to have a conversation without arguing, because there's too many people I try to have conversations with who just want to argue, and I'm like, I just asked a question. Like, it ain't personal.
Yeah.
Like, people be so disrespectful.
Man, talking shit about sports. You know, we may not agree on everything, but damn it, you know, both of our opinions matter.
So, exactly.
You know, we gonna let it fly.
Yeah, and with that, let me wrap up this episode. Thank you, my brother. This finals game is about to start any second now, so let's go see what it is. I'm gonna talk some shit on Twitter, get this going, get some dinner started, man. Thank you, man.